Today I'm out in North Carolina at the Carolina Motorsports Park with Dodge to drive two new, very special Hellcat branded vehicles. Now, the one to my right is the Dodge Charger Hellcat Redeye wide body. This is a new model for the 2021 model year. We're also filming the new Dodge Durango Hellcat while we're out here, so be sure to check out that video over on our channel. But the Redeye is a new addition to the Charger lineup. You used to only be able to get the Redeye motor on the Challenger. Now they've brought it to the Charger with 4 doors, and today I'm going to show you what this new model is all about. So let's take a look around the 2021 Charger Hellcat, where they've changed a couple things. So a normal Hellcat only had 707 horsepower, and they've now packed 797 horsepower into this one. So with all that extra power, they had to add some extra cooling, which is why we now have this new functional hood with 3 gaping holes in it. It looks really cool. You can also get this in a cool satin black finish. Of course, we have the wide body. That's the only way you're going to be able to get the Redeye is with a wide body. All of the Hellcat logos you'll see too also have a little red eye on them, denoting that you have that 90 extra horsepower here. You can see the wide body kit. That's going to allow us to fit 305 section tires on all 4 corners as opposed to the regular narrow body Hellcat models. And trust me, when you've got 797 horsepower, you're going to want as much tire as you can possibly fit on there. I think it looks really cool as well. You can get a bunch of different wheel options as well. I really like these wheels. They really don't make a bad set of wheels for the Hellcat. Now back here we have a little bit of a bigger spoiler than usual. We have our big tail lights connected all the way back here, and we again have that new Hellcat logo that they've adjusted. It's now a 2-piece Hellcat logo. It allowed them to get a little more detail into it as well, and I love the color on this model that we've picked out. This is called Octane, but as you can see from this event in the background here, Dodge makes so many amazing colors. There's another one called Hell Raisin. I love Dodge's names, and I love the colors even more. So this is usually the part where I show you the interior, the back seat, the trunk on the 2021 Charger Hellcat Redeye, but unfortunately there's not a whole lot here that's new to talk about. Now we are in the Redeye model, so there are a few small changes. We have a new 220 mile-an-hour speedometer that's bright red. We have a Redeye splash screen that's going to come up when you start this, that's special for the Redeye. We have new light black chrome instrument panel. We've got some different exterior badges. I showed you that already. And on the key fob, you're going to get a little special Redeye logo. Now that's what's different here. They haven't updated this to Uconnect 5 yet, so it is a bit like hopping back into an old iPhone 4. You're going to be like, oh wow, that screen's pretty small. I'm hoping that next year they put the new 10.2-inch screen that they just put on the Durango on this. That'll really jazz up the interior of the Charger quite a bit. But what they have done is they've updated the engine lineups a bit. You still have your 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 as your base motor with 292 horsepower. You can also get 300 horsepower with the all-wheel drive SXT GT and the GT all-wheel drive. You can also get the 5.7-liter Hemi V8. That's a pretty good engine, 370 horsepower, 395 pound-feet of torque, or you can start getting into the SRT tune stuff. So the 392 Scat Pack, that's going to be 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. I do have a full review of one of those from the 2020 model year. I think that is the Goldilocks of the range. It just has a really nice sound to it. It's a really good price, and I think it's not outrageously impossible to use out on the road in terms of power. So for most people, I think that's the one you're going to want to get. You can get that either as a narrow body or as a wide body. Now when you step up to the Hellcats, that's going to automatically get you the wide body kit with the 305 section tires and the nice Brembo brakes. Now the regular Hellcat produces 717 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. Now that's up by 10 from what you could get last year unless you got the special Daytona edition. I have a review of one of those up on the channel as well. But we've got the new Redeye motor. So this is what they introduced last year on the Challenger. Basically what they've done is they've taken the motor out of the Demon, detuned it a little bit. It produces 797 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. That's exactly what the Hellcat needed. more power. Yeah, Dodge is absolutely out of their minds with this one. The performance is off the scales ridiculous. 3.6 seconds from 0 to 60, 203 mile an hour top speed. So the previous last year's wide body Charger couldn't quite do 200 miles an hour. This one will. You're going to complete the quarter mile in just 10.6 seconds at 123 miles an hour, and the 6-piston Brembo front calipers up here will bring it from a full stop in just 144 feet from 70 miles an hour. Now, I can't really explore the capabilities of this new Redeye power plant out here on these winding roads. It is just pouring with rain. You can probably hear that in the background of this video. But what I can show you is that we did get a couple of minutes where the rain held off and I was able to take this Redeye out on the racetrack at the Carolina Motorsports Park. So let's go ahead and cut to that, me driving the Redeye out on the racetrack. All right, so time to find out what 797 horsepower will do out on the Carolina Motorsports Parkway. Now this is 90 horsepower more than you got on last year's Hellcat model in the Redeye. Of course, you can only get this as a wide body, meaning we've got the 305 section tires all the way around. Now it has been raining quite a bit here in Carolina today, so we have some of our traction settings set into track, but we've got the transmission into sport. We don't want that transmission kicking us off the track in any of these damp conditions that we've got today. Now the steering we do have in track mode. It is quite heavy in this mode, gives you a really nice feel. I think I actually prefer it in sport mode to the full track, but we do have some body roll here, but definitely very easy to manage. And then as soon as you feel yourself get onto the straight, 797 horsepower is pretty intoxicating. We've got our Brembo brakes bringing us to a stop. Definitely have to rely on those. This is quite a heavy car after all. You just have to be very careful there on that throttle. This is 797 horsepower, almost 800 horsepower going to the rear wheels there. But it's amazing what you're able to do in such a large vehicle out on a track like this. This is a very good track for it. We do have some corners, but they're pretty long and wide, so you don't have anything too sharp here. I do love the way this is putting down power, as long as I'm being careful with it. So let's see, we have one of these late apex corners. I have to be a little careful around this bend, but I am able to put down a decent amount of throttle without feeling the wheels slip up crazily. Now, I drove the Dodge Durango Hellcat a little bit earlier around this same track, and that is just a little bit more stable because, of course, you have the all-wheel drive. But this is just such an awesome vehicle, and I don't think too many people are going to come to a road course like this in their Hellcat. Most people are probably going to keep it on the drag strip, but if you are going to take it on a road with corners like this, Dodge says that this Redeye model is going to get you around a lot quicker than the regular Hellcat, and if you can afford the extra for the Redeye, I say go for it. So that was the 2021 Dodge Charger. Pricing for this guy stretches really far depending on what you want. You can get a V6 SXT model for under $30,000. Now, the Hellcat models, which only come as wide bodies now, start at about $70,000 if you want the regular Hellcat. If you want this new Redeye model, it's going to be about $78,500. Now, is it worth about $8,000 to get the Redeye? I mean, it's more power. It's awesome. I'm not going to say no to it, and if you're already spending over $70,000, why not splurge the extra $8 grand and get the Redeye? But I still think that the sweetheart of the Charger lineup is the Scat Pack wide body. That's the one with the 6.4 liter engine, 485 horsepower. If you want the wide body version of that, that's going to be about $46,000. That's always going to be the one I recommend. I think it is the Goldilocks of the Charger lineup. We hope you've enjoyed this video of the 2021 Dodge Charger Hellcat. While we were on this trip, we also filmed a few more videos as well. We filmed the 2021 Dodge Durango Hellcat and the Chrysler Pacifica minivan that you see behind me, so be sure to check those videos out as well. And as always, be sure to leave a like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe, and that would really help out our channel. And be sure to download the CarBuzz apps on iOS and Android. That's where you can read up on all the latest and greatest in automotive news. I'll see you next time.